just find it all. I have a very specific way of approaching character. I feel like each one has to have its own voice and resound for me first before I make any decisions. Firstly, I want to honor the material and the writers and what the writer has written. And then I look for the positive elements and the negative elements of the character. For example, with Gus, I never looked at him as a villain at all. And it's the way you see it. I never categorized him or cataloged him in that way. I felt like he was a man who went through something in his past that he needed to get revenge for, possibly, but he was also a man with great ambition. And I didn't want to play the stereotypical bad guy. And so each time I play what some of you may call a villain, I don't necessarily see that person as a villain. Why? Because I'm a human being, and because I have a light and a dark side, and because I remind myself that Giancarlo Esposito now wants to always honor my highest possible thought for anyone and anything. Yet there are times when we lose it, when we're cut off, or someone confronts us and says something nasty, or chases me down the street and doesn't like me because of the character I play, or whatever that may be, where we aren't as patient and we aren't so angelic, and where we really do want to kill someone. I have felt that. So that's the dark side. So what is it to be a villain? I mean, I have villainous moments all the time. I have villainous thoughts daily. And so I use that. So I want to create a human being, is what I'm trying to say. And I find a way to understand each and every character I play in a nuanced and new way. So I don't have one through line. I find out the history of what that person has experienced. And if it's pain that I'm feeling, that I'm trying to cover up and put a mask over, then I have a clue as to how to create that certain character. It's the circumstance of what that character has lived. Sometimes I draw it from my own life. Other times I don't. Sometimes I read a character, I'm on the phone in an hour I have an offer on a film and I want to speak to the director, and because I feel like, did someone peek into my life? Like, because our lives are what we do as habits, what we've experienced, the circumstance that may be traumatic, that we still remember, that affect our future, even though it existed in the past. It's like, I gotta clean that stuff up, because I carry that with me. We all do. And if we don't pay attention to it and let it go, we become, we exemplify that feeling that we went through maybe 20, 30 years ago, and maybe it's something horrific that we never shared with anybody. Well, clean it up, get it out, so you don't have to carry it on your back. I use all that for the characters I play, and I hope I've answered your question. I don't know, maybe I have.
Yeah, no.